on Power Alienware. Oh, save 400. Save 400 on a $4,000 thing. If you're lucky, like 5,000.
Three things really
Cool,
drive
beautiful,
him, and
beautiful.
one is his love of his family and his mama. The other is his community in Oakland and those young kids that he cares so much
Hey, what's
about.
up, yo?
And the
Made a
third
few
is that
adjustments.
he's at his best when he's fighting
Way
right
to
in the heart of the battle.
maximize
And that's what sets him apart.
CPU on my computer. And basically save a lot of space and make things run smoother and stuff. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's test it out. Should be a really, really neat stream. Okay. Cool. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a moment to get ready and set up and stuff. Yeah, just hang tight. I'll probably be faster than 7 minutes, but you know. Actually, I need to set up the YouTube and the kick real quick. So it might actually take like 10 minutes. But I'll try to be quick. I'm actually doing a music stream today. Not making music, but just reacting to some new music that came out. Fairly recently. I'm a little late on catching up on it. But yeah, we're gonna get into it and check it out. It's just like a 30-minute album. Doing it a little different this Sunday. Um, yeah. And then after that, we'll check out the first Berserker Kazan. We'll try to finish that up. But yeah. I should have turned on the kick already, huh? Whoops. Okay, now it's on. So let's see. Library. Oh, it's already running. Cool. That's why I was taking up so many resources. This is perfect timing too, because this will give me time to do everything I want to do, and I don't have to stay up all night. And I can get some sleep, do everything I wanted to do. So that's cool. I'm really appreciative. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this right this time. Sometimes it doesn't like to work. Okay, here, bada bing. Let's go to Creator Dash. Seems a little tricky because I always have to log in. Then I have to do a verify. So it's like a real meticulous order. And if I ever do it in an incorrect order, it'll just not work. And it'll fake forever, like it's about to work. But then ultimately it'll just time out after like 5 minutes. Maybe when I'm about to work after 30 seconds, it was taking so long. Okay. So bada bing. Let me see, what else am I looking for? Yeah, we wanna all kind of new music now. But I wanted to check this particular album out because it's a compilation. It's a compilation of music, and I think it's gonna be pretty sweet to be able to catch up on multiple, sounds at once. I mean, not like multiple artists, not like a mixtape or anything, but we're gonna be able to catch up on a few tracks as opposed to just like one single or a music video or something. But we could do that too in the future. Where we get it going and you know just have like some chill, just chatting type streams. I don't even know if I did put this in the right category. Cool. So I'm ahead of the curve. I'm ahead of the game. Um, okay, save to watch later. I want to go here. Let's go to studio. And what we're watching. This right here ought to be a music. Pick. Music. Music production or live music? Music stations? We should just say it's a music station, huh? I guess that's what they do. All right. We're going to call it a music station. Says kick. Um, Kick's kind of interesting. I have 70 followers one day, and the next day I have 50. But, um, we get 100 and we reach that little threshold. It's dope too. Looks like we've had like 500 views this month on YouTube, which is pretty cool. Because I've only been utilizing like half of my YouTube. I mean, I've been posting pretty consistently, but not half as much as I want to post. So, um, for about 50% of effort, 500 viewers, that's a start. On a new YouTube channel, that's a start. um, I don't know if the timer's still going. Yeah, we got 50 seconds. Here, I'm going to boost it up. I'm going to boost the timer up. Don't cry. We're going to reset it at like 10 minutes. But this time I'll try to be back before 10 minutes. Uh, and I'm almost done updating the things anyway, so it's cool. It's cool. Kick gets updated. I think I want to just generally. Yeah, we're going to update the YouTube here in a moment. A real quick sec. Yup, wise bots up. That's what's up. I can't change quality. I wonder why that is. But it's all good. Let me see. The quality don't change, just the things you present. The quality don't change, just the things. Alright. So let's see. Otherwise, we can get the thing loaded up. Okay, let's go here to. Of course, I'm not logged into that account. Yeah, so let's put that account on here. Yes. Passkey, huh? The device will ask for It's funny. I got like a bunch of different passwords, but it's funny how they put them all. Uh, they give you different options to use different passwords to unlock your stuff. As long as you know one of your passwords, that means we're getting old. Uh, Jello has a video with Glorilla. That's the music producer. That's the management. I guess we watch it later. Yeah, no, we're not watching that. Right. Got a lot of views that just came out, but oh, I see hiccups. Here, said to watch later. Uh, it's been about 11 minutes. I just been chatting up the stream a little bit, trying to keep it rolling. Let me see. Here, said to watch later. Sweet tones, my voice. What are we listening to, by the way? I see the desktop audio going. I wasn't sure what was playing. Maybe that was me right here on this. Okay, so that just started echoing. My bad. My bad. Now we got that fixed. Okay, cool. Yeah. So let me see. Almost about ready. What does it say? 7, 8 minutes. Just about. Just about, my friends. Watch later. I'm actually gonna do some work on the side while we sit back and listen to this. So, oh, and I did find like a bonus track yesterday. So we're gonna play through the original release of the album, and then we're gonna play through the bonus track that's in there too. It's about 30 minutes. So just some cool slaps for a little bit. I'm gonna check it out. If you haven't heard this type of music, I might put you on. I think generally what this genre tailors to is called nightcore. Called nightcore music. You never heard of it? I'm gonna put you on in a few minutes. Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I don't want to put this in here. This darn it, where would I put it? How about I see. I got an idea. So I'm just gonna make that like another segment. I'm gonna make that another segment. I need to write it down so I don't forget. That's gonna be easy to forget. Right here. Uh, okay. Okay, I think that's locked. Sorry for the lag. I'll fix the lag when I come back. I'm really trying to figure out how to do this, but without getting copyrighted and the whole thing. This is my first reaction video. I'm not sure how they're gonna react to me reacting, but we'll see. Yeah. So for now, if I get lazy, at least it'll be there. At least it'll be there, and you can see the raw video. If I never get around to editing, all my VODs are out there, either on the main channel or the VOD channel. You know. But yeah, we're gonna try to get this on lock in a moment. Let me see. We got Houndstone. Wow, Houndstone up here. Never heard of him. Okay, 3 minutes. Hang tight. I'll be right back. That was never. Uh, do my thing. I'll let you in later. See you later. Okay, we made it. All right. I'm sorry it took so long. All right, I'm back though. Here. Okay. Yeah, it took a little minute. Took a little while. But yeah, we're gonna try to get it going. Hey, you guys notice my scenes are moving. They're scrolling and unlocking a lot faster. Oh, this one's still up. Okay, so this. Yeah, basically, we're just chilling tonight. we're having a different kind of stream. It's gonna be a low stunner reaction stream. A little different, but I'm gonna try and put you guys on to some new hype. Let me see. So I want to get this to. Yeah, we'll put it on the YouTube screen. Bing, bada bing. Now what I don't have is a camera, so we can have one of those video capture device. Bing, bada bing. Hey, now you can see me. All right. So here, let's go ahead and add a YouTube source. Yeah, because YouTube goes a little louder than Spotify, anyways. So shoot, we'll just watch it on here. We'll crank up the quality and we'll just check it out on here. I don't know if the quality changes the audio that comes through it. I think the audio might just be set standard and they try to blast it through your ears. But yeah. Okay, we're just gonna kind of yeah, check this out for a little bit. And just kind of react over it, see how it goes. Ecru is one of my more I don't want to say niche. Like I said, he makes a lot of cool nightcore R&B type music. You know, real jazzy, melodical type. Like if you like Drake, you know, you might have heard of him. Drake's used some of his beats. Him and Bryson Tiller are supposed to have an album, and I think that this is it. Though without too many disclaimers, you know, I still have to follow up. I haven't slapped bro in probably a couple of years, but he's one of those real. He's one of those nice go-to artists for when I want to hear something, and you can just go to Spotify and like all of them hit, none of them miss. He's like one of those hit. He's like one of those combo playlists. It's not many misses going on, but so to speak. But yeah, no, he makes some cool R&B, nightcore music. Um, we're gonna check this out today, and um, yeah. So let's see if we can get into it in just a moment. I'm gonna queue up something real quick, but I hope I don't lose too much of my audience here. Let me see. I'm gonna try to pay attention to the chat too, and yeah, let's make a cool reaction video. All right, I'm looking for. Oh, you know what? Yeah, give me some tags. Let's see. Here, I need to put it in the music playlist. Cool, some music. And I really just want like a copy and paste. So let me see. They're gonna make me type it all out. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll type it. It should take like 30 seconds. Let me see. Okay. And next stream, I'll be more prepared, and I'll just uh, I'll have it copy and paste it or something. So to avoid this little gap right here. Yeah, total, total. Um, I think that's enough text. Save you up. Cool. All right, guys, let's check out some reacts.
I don't get money off of addict. I don't feel nothing off of addict. So I ain't fucking with the addict. I'm getting money when I'm sad. I'm getting when I'm happy. I'm getting money when I'm mad. Cause I still gotta pay my taxes.
Okay. There's a cool little gap in the beat. Sipping on some cinnamon apple tea right now. Chilling. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I wish I got bigger. That's cool. You don't know nothing.
X-Men got you saying fuck love. I know best man got you saying fuck love. You so wet down, girl, I should've brought love. Made it straight, yeah, she thought I was all tall. Blue check, yeah, but this dick ain't blah blah. Good sex, too wet, now I'm blah blah. Look back, grab your neck, get you knocked up. Swear I know that pussy better than your doctor. Oh, babe, what's fuck? I know that.
See, I got a little right there. I wish I got big. Still cool though. Still clean.
Looking like an hourglass, I should make you mine. Looking like an hourglass, I'm running out of time. Start gassing all these bitches, all they know is all they find. I'm sipping on that pussy like it was inside one. I wanna fuck you all day tonight. I wanna tell you what you want and what I really like. I'm tryna just go do it just like night. I do it, tryna tell you it's too hot. I'm stabbing up that pussy like I thought my day's a night. I try to leave the pussy, but I can't, it feels so nice. You ever eat the pussy while you chewing on some? Ayy, shawty get to drippin', get to, alright. Shawty told me she was thinking about a nigga, so just like told you I would go for more than 60 minutes, but I lied. Girl, you gotta go and give a nigga credit, cause I tried. Girl, you love something good, hold it back, close my eyes. Look so good, I don't want, close my eyes. You don't want, you the why. You don't want, you the right. You don't want, I know all of that right. Look so good, I don't want, close my eyes. You don't want, you the why. You don't want, you the right. You don't want, I know all of that. What about this? Girl, when you get a fast six, I just shorty to call me. Girl, when you get a fast six, I just shorty to call me. Girl, when you get a fast six, I just shorty to call me. What about this, baby? Girl, when you get a fast six,
Empire State. It's in what? Cool visualizer.
I gave her Mondays, I gave her week dick. She ain't call me back, yeah, we ain't speak since. Fucked around, I got cuffed up, ain't cheat since. Done fucking around, have my heart broken to pieces. Fucking around, pull that stack.
Manhattan.
Keep this. Fucking around, blowing that back out.
That's Empire.
Like she was working at the stack house, she needs to.
Look like Central.
Yeah, girl, that's it. Looking like an hourglass, I should make you mine. Looking like an hourglass, I'm running out of time. Start gassing all these bitches, all they know is all they find.
Just some different shots from Ryan Wild.
I wanna fuck you all day tonight. I wanna tell you what you want and what I really like. I try to just go do it just like night. I do it, tryna tell you it's too hot. Till I feel it, I'ma drink. I don't really care what you think. I wanna stay sipping drink. Oh, you know what I think. Baby, you want what you want. Baby, you want what you want. I guess you
That was cool. That's cute.
from me, you've been purging now. Rose out purging now. Just one question. Who's next nigga you got splurging now? Who be taking care of all your urges now? Who rubbing your legs when they hurting now? Who waking up at 3, finna put it down, baby girl, yeah, you see, I'm right there, you see, I'm right there, you see, right there. Who gon' do it better, even if you better? Who gon' do it better, who make your legs hurt you better?
There we go.
Who gon' do it better?
Yeah, visualize is dope. We got some cool daytime and nighttime shots. But that was a little shorty bop.
Catching these bitches just like a disease. She get a D and she go to sleep. Underneath bleed, baby they bleed, baby they bleed. She emptied out the bag, now she's speaking proper. Shawty need it, I bet she fucked the dog up. Oh, why you saying she's a good shot to cover?
Got a little Jeremiah vibes in there. Feel it?
Emptied out the bag, now she's speaking proper.
Proper. Another little shorty bop. In and out. That's deep. I like that. Where's it go though? I see. That's interesting. I'm at it.
Doing it all for me, but for you she won't. Baby, you what I need. Baby, I'm what you want. Fuck you. Bitch, I play guitar. Grabbing it with one hand, slapping with the other girl, it ain't that hard. Shorty so bad, she intimidate me. Dirt in my cup, yeah, you know it ain't clean. All of my thoughts like they finna date me. So I cut off my thoughts like ASAP. I do not block, nah, girl, it ain't P. She squirting a lot, tryna say it ain't P. She on my cock like she a damn cock, so you just wanna watch like I'm AMP. Still a few things that shorty can't see. Lying on my ass, tryna say that I'm asleep. Slaying this from AM to PM to AM to PM to AM to PM. Fucking in the car, can't push me to hers. Shorty can't take my dick 'cause it hurts. Gotta be my twin. What does you want? She like how I like my bitch hair, real and long, down her back, tattoos under her thumb, left her ex went bad, baby you should've moved on. She private on IG, but push on my phone, doing it all for me, but for you she won't. Baby you what I need, baby I'm what you want. Fuck you.
was kind of cool. I get the sentiment that if you bad, if they bad, then she works. If they bad, she works. Something like that. It was kind of cool. I caught that sentiment. That was this one. Okay, a little soft rock guitar. A little beat.
Shorty is super trooper, short and fat that she a oompa loompa. Shorty wishing that she knew me sooner. Face I'm bugging out, I had to zoom ya. They like she teaching the class in Zumba. She make me feel like I'm Black Ozuna. Reason why I'm coming back home sooner. Yeah. She making it out just like that, making it bounce just too far, baby. Ain't no lying about that, yeah, the story ain't fabricated. And that bride don't got no push, shots, no, it's not fabric, baby.
Got a little glitch in there. Cool. Glitch is hard too. At least you trying it. You got a great imagination with some of these songs. I ain't mad at that.
It's way too graphic, no novel, you are model where you drop it low. I'm afraid for you to model, you gon' kill these hoes. Feel so ambidextrous, I'm gon' touch and pull. Jump right in, I bet you know I feel so cold. Baby, I do it always, you gon' do the moves. Oh, baby, touch it, baby. Just want just wanna 12 o'clock garage, big number one, fuck when I wanna, fuck when I wanna, love when I wanna, smoke when I wanna, fuck when I wanna. If my day's going bad, baby, can you make me feel? Said you never call back, deep down you know you still all I made is my bad, baby girl, you know it's all good. Ooh, I just wanna 12 o'clock garage, big number one, fuck when I wanna, fuck when I wanna, love when I wanna, smoke when I wanna, fuck when I wanna. I get nervous around these bitches cause they strangers. Don't ask me what I do cause then it ain't fair. The way I got it, you would think that I'm a player. But I'm trying to see some flowers on the air. Babe, I'm trying to see some flowers on the air. Babe, I'm trying to see some. You ain't trying to fall in love cause you're scared. Running from it but you still gon' need it later. 2P like alligator. 2P I'm hopping in a well, see you later. She been on the lingerie for me, you're my favorite. Hope it's still fat, all them photos I ain't saving. Backspace text cause I noticed I was glazing. That fat, that probably feel amazing. Red wine, let's get fucked up off of raisins. 9 months, you can call me Papa, I'm a raisin. She said I'm not a pill Papa, I just blaze it. When she hit the D one time,
Yeah, it's about perfect.
my ex wasn't seeing eye
It's a good move.
bad habit, fucking hoes, I feel like Steven Lacy. Shawty want a nigga, but she can't, so now she racist. Stalking on a nigga, write a book with all her pages. Beat the pussy up, right hook, and now she braces. A bitch hook me up, girl, I'm lit, I'm not famous. Said I'm in LA, smoking weed all day. I'm a good man, if you call me, I'll stay. I got good dick, got you fucking all day, all day, all day. Fuck around, fall in your hallway. I'm a good man, if you call me, I'll stay. I got good dick, got you fucking all day. Flat tummy, now fuck that. I need something to grab on when I bust back. I need Instagram model, now fuck that. Triple D's, don't need no bottle to fuck. I tell the shit with these, girl, don't you worry, don't work. Don't you triple me, girl, I'll be out in a house. She think it's make believe every time I tell you a story. Maybe it's make believe, all this damn drink got me blood. She couldn't stay for me, come and stay with me. Go across, stay with me, stay with me. Take a flight out of Greece, you see, know your feet. You ain't even wanna leave till you need a week. Baby girl, how much you need? I be in your dreams. I be doing shit for you, don't worry about me. Give you love, it's on deep, put it in between. Everything in between, baby girl, you mean. Said I'm in LA, smoking weed all day. I'm a good man, if you call me, I'll stay. I got good dick, got you fucking all day, all day, all day. Fuck around, fall in your hallway. I'm a good man, if you call me, I'll stay. I got good dick, got you fucking all day. Shawty spending bread on me. She wanna depend on me. Girl, I got the pants on me. Don't we get high all week? I get on my mind, I keep. But you been on my mind all week. Even on this dick all week. Pussy worth a meal, but it's free. They say I made a meal, but it's me. Shawty drunk, tryna feel on the beat. I'm fucked up, tryna feel on the beat. First night, got feelings for me. I'm locked in, gon' throw it a key. 80, I'm still run off E. Shawty play with a nose to bleed. Shawty play with a nose, not me. I remember the days that you ain't even know about me. I spent 20 racks all on myself. I could've bought you that new body. Nobody do it like you do. You weren't the baddest, but it was the fattest, that's true. I let all it get to my head.
I don't know about that sentiment. It's like all natural.
Worry about what they gon' say. tryna feel on the beat. I'm fucked up tryna feel on the beat. First night got feelings for me. I'm locked in, gon' throw a key. 80 I'm still going off E. Shawty play with a nose to bleed. Shawty play with a nose, not me. Yeah, factual. Turn the ass round is natural. Baby, I don't fuck with Snapchat. She wanna take pics in the bathroom. First time that I ever asked for it. Told me, baby, you ain't gotta ask for nothing. Caught a little something, I'm keeping it. Me and my niggas steady passing them. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. This is the last one on here. On this playlist right here.
Scratch all on my face. Pray all on my fingertips. Think about leaving LA. Maybe I'm just being fake. Scratch all on my face. Maybe all on my fingertips. Think about leaving LA. Maybe I'm just being fake.
It's a little early Travis Scottish, but like R&B. That was clean. I like how that came in. Sound like a little Pretty Ricky right there. Look at that. It could have went a little softer, a little bit slighter right there. That would have been just way clean. Okay, so all right, good stuff, good stuff. We made it through that. Let me see. Now I did come across a bonus track on the SoundCloud, which they just updated like earlier this week. Yeah. And I'm a little late catching up to this uh project right here, album. It's probably been out for about a month, but let me see. Without logging in, if I can find the little bonus track real quick. See, this one here has 14. We just had that last one, Scratches. Yeah, let's check this one out real quick. It's called Sound Device. It's on the SoundCloud stores. I'm not sure what it is.
I'm Vivian Host, and welcome to Sound Advice.
It's like a podcast, like a 30-minute podcast.
SoundCloud exclusive interview series, I speak with a different guest each episode to learn more about how artists today channel creativity and hone their craft. Plus, we dive into how they use SoundCloud to elevate their artistry, get heard, and catapult their careers. This is Sound Advice. We're back on Sound Advice, and I'm talking to Ecru, the cult favorite singer and beatmaker who has received cosigns from Doja Cat and Bryson Tiller, as well as being sampled by some of the biggest names in the rap world. Shay grew up in Boston in a musical household where everything from Haitian Zouk to Fleetwood Mac was playing. Inspired by The Weeknd and Travis Scott, he dropped out of college after just 1 week to pursue his career, developing a sexy blend of hazy R&B and melodic rap with unique flair and off-kilter use of vocal effects and rhythms. In 2017, he dropped the Berries mixtape with tastemaking LA DJ collective Selection and catapulted himself into underground sensation status, all the while stoking his fans with a steady drip of albums, EPs, and even a sample pack. Shay is known for lacing his SoundCloud community with new material and demos first, and we spoke to him
Yeah, he's
about
being
his
pretty busy.
ethos,
I had to get
his
caught
unique
up.
production techniques, and how he keeps fans and himself entertained and engaged.
Right.
We also got some insight into how he uses SoundCloud to release music and connect with fans, and why good quality towels are a must. And if you love Shay's stuff, then check out our
Good
Voice
quality
series on
towels.
his SoundCloud page, where he breaks down each track off his new record, On My Way. And now, without further ado, here's Shay Ecru. I'm here on Sound Advice with producer, vocalist, rapper Shay Ecru. I've just been blasting your new record On My Way, and it's such a vibe. I was really curious to know, how long did that album take you to put together? And was there anything that you did along the way to like keep yourself in a mood or in a vibe on these tracks?
So that project has a few songs that I've worked on since maybe early 2024.
He's already on the next project.
I've had been worked on for like again over a year. I was kind of afraid to drop music, and when I released through the streaming services, other than SoundCloud, it's a very like one and done. It's official, no advice, opinions accepted. It's just there. Releasing on SoundCloud gave me like the space to just put my ideas up and see how they were received. Because those songs I were holding on for a year for, I was like super squeamish about the reception. So luckily,
That is
when I
true.
did put them out, they received great. Some of them were done the night of, and I just released it in the morning.
It's really interesting to me that you say that you were like unsure or squeamish about the reception, because I feel like those songs are so lovable. But what did you feel like those songs were in a different direction, or why did you think that maybe they would be received differently?
Yeah. I think I just do it to myself on like some paralysis stuff. From having to deal with all aspects of the creation process, there's so many things to be critical about. And it's a
Okay.
hard thing to try to tell yourself which things to not be too critical about. So I kind of just made it a global rule now. Once I start to like dislike it in any form, fashion, I'm just like, you know what? It's time for it to go. I need to let it be. The verse I thought I was gonna write that was amazing is not gonna happen today. So it's gonna be the next one. And for now, we're just gonna let it get out there, you know?
I was really curious, actually, when you learned how to produce, if you feel like that has changed your vocals at all, or the way that you write songs or put songs together.
It definitely does. Um, I guess that's the crazy thing about producing and writing, right? Usually I think it's the job of the artist and like the engineer to like somehow section and like put the song together. But Now it's to a point where, again, if I have that paralysis where I just I'm only working for one night and I only have so much work to choose from, I'll basically take what I did that night and then copy different things and just clean it up in post, basically, and then just make a hook out of a verse, maybe repeat things. So that comes into like the manipulation of how a song comes together sometimes, but most of the time I really write hooks the easiest. The verses are the hardest part. Um, but yeah, being able to produce, I can just take my lyrics and put them where I want to put them. I can just like jumble up the song and yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it. Even adding like some reverb in parts where I don't know the words, you know, and just make a tail, have that cover all the 3 seconds that I'm lacking words for. Having that ability definitely changes the writing a lot. I work alone a lot, and I feel like if I didn't have the process I've had for these years, it would have slowed me down a lot more when I was already being consistent. I basically go from the production hat to the writing hat to the engineering hat to the mixing hat. Then I finally take it off and give it to my guy who does the mastering.
How do you use SoundCloud as like a sketch pad or a way to work with songs when they're still in different versions or like demo takes or, version 1, version 20? Like how does SoundCloud play into that process?
I think SoundCloud gets rid of my demoitis. Something I come across a lot is like having two different versions of a song. Once I give that version out and somebody's heard it and they fell in love with it, it doesn't really matter what I think is the best version anymore. It's kind of like now I've given an expectation to somebody else, and to them, it's probably a lot more valuable than to me. I can go back and open the project and manipulate it forever, but they have one version. And I've been on the other side of that where I'm the fan and I've heard an early demo version of a song, then I've waited for the release version, and the dopamine decline is just obvious, and yeah, so I try to just whatever I put out there, I just keep it there and I say, hey, you know what? Like we put it out like this, accept it, they accept it, it's done. Next song, please move on. That's it.
One thing I really love is that I feel like you really think about what it's like to be a fan as well. Like you said, when you put out the F plus sample pack, that you put some drops on there because if you were listening to Travis Scott or you were listening to some artist that you were a huge fan of, if they put some encouraging drops or some motivational stuff in there, then like that would have encouraged you as a young producer to like keep going. And I think there's just been many times, even when you put you drop stuff on SoundCloud and then you put little comments, it's like it feels like you're really speaking to people, or you really didn't lose touch with like what it's like to be like a fan of an artist as well.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I'll forever be like that kid at home just listening to music on the phone. I don't even go to as many shows as I should. So I feel like the connection between me and somebody who's just dealing with stuff and being alone and using their phone as therapy or music as therapy, I feel like that's something I can always understand no matter like how far I go in my life. Because that's something I do every day, I think. Just be alone and sit there and listen to music.
Was there anything that you did or that you could recommend to people who are putting up their tapes and their releases like DIY on SoundCloud that kind of helped you get more fans or get noticed or like even become a part of like a community that people were checking for your stuff?
I would say if anyone's looking at me for inspiration, this is like a 10-year process that I've been still investing in. There's been a lot of downtime. There's been a lot of
Oh, my bad.
confusion. There's been a lot of doubt. There's been slow times. There's all that. I think it's a lot of perseverance and just not watching the pot too much. It's also engaging with your fan base, what's already there for you. I think a lot of people should definitely like remember that too. The people who are already there for you probably go a lot harder for you than some new people that don't know you. So I think that's important. I think gauging your success on other people's success is super detrimental. Like you shouldn't do that, especially early on, because you'll just be looking for greater results without the time, unless you have the money to put into it. If you're just going to be at home and you're going to be doing it by yourself, yeah, just give yourself patience. One step at a time. That's it. Just don't give up. You can't give up. That's it.
I feel like in looking at your SoundCloud, it's kind of interesting to me because it feels like you almost got more real and more raw over time?
Yeah, I think over time, I think one thing that got better with me was my ability to get the ideas out how I imagine them. So now I feel like I have a little more to play with. I can be a little more dangerous, but also hit the mark on what I want to do. But also too, I feel like I'm at a point in my career where it's just like nobody cares. Like I think before I was like, oh, this person's watching and this person and just expectations and little things like that. And now my whole idea is just nobody cares until they care, but until that happens, I can't care. My only concern is just putting it out. If they like it, they like it. I love creating stuff and dropping stuff. At the end of the day, it's like a big experiment. It's nice to not have to play by the rules. I think it's also a blessing though. Just how I made stuff happen and the people I've met through the whole journey, I think have given me the ability to do what I'm doing now. I think what I'm doing is a pretty good display of like what happens when you just want to do things because you just purely want to do them. I've pretty much said no to a lot of things that I just don't feel like doing even sometimes, you know, and it's a blessing to be able to choose. I'm a huge fan of SoundCloud. I don't think I would be Che without SoundCloud because I was just Che without thinking about it. SoundCloud didn't make me think about it. It just let me put it out there and let me be myself. And
That's what's up.
I need to get it tatted. I swear. I love the freedom. That's it.
I wanted to ask about your Pain Pack series and the Pleasure Pack. And do you view those differently than the other, let's say, album releases?
Those are some previous projects.
I think Pain Pack is like a super like I think those are songs where I really wanted to
I
say
don't know if I
stuff
ever heard them.
so bad that I didn't care about the rest of the process where I had to perfect everything. It was just more like I have a feeling, I have a message, and I just want somebody to hear it other than my own conscious. If there's like a scale of like attributes, it would just be like emotions, not like if it's harmonically correct and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bunch of me just like complaining about things I don't like and yeah, it's a big emo vibes, but I think that's part of who I am. I think that those tapes stand for the side of me that I wouldn't just recommend to like the average person. I wouldn't tell like a fan of a fan, like, hey, maybe your friend will like this or whatever. But again, this is why like I have to step away from the table sometimes because that's my perception of myself in somebody else's eyes that I don't even know. You know, these are my own predictions because funny enough, there's a few songs off those tapes that went a lot bigger than the stuff that I would recommend to the next person. So I think off top, I go for my prettier records.
That's how
Those
it
tapes are
goes.
just they're just not as clean, but they are appreciated. I'm thankful for that.
Speaking about some records that are kind of like different in your catalog, I love this song Towels off the Pleasure Pack. And just like that pack in general has a lot of different beats that maybe aren't like what people expect from you, or like there's like kind of like a more like straight up pop song, and like Towels is super raw and like bouncy. And but anyway, on that song, you're talking about how you can't mess with this girl because her, or a set of girls, because their towels are bad. Can you tell me a little bit more about,
Being,
the perfect towel, and
yeah, I
also
mean, wow.
like, have you really cut off a girl because her towels were not the appropriate texture?
I can't lie. I was with one girl at the time when I wrote that song. I remember because you could hear like she was making food in the background. You could hear like the sauteing going on. But no, I really I used to live next to like a Bed Bath and Beyond, and like I don't really play about that stuff sometimes. Like I had a super sensitive skin, and I think we just went to Bed Bath and Beyond. We're looking at the Egyptian cotton and stuff, and there's thread count, and like yeah, like, that it does matter at the end of the day. Even sleeping on satin, I heard is better for you. There's like little things you can do to improve your sleep. So, yeah, I'm kind of a bougie dude. I'm not too bougie. Like, I wouldn't really stop talking to somebody. But honestly, if the relationship wasn't that deep and I just met you and like if the girl has like a Louis V bag, but like we're sleeping on like some really cheap stuff, I'd definitely scratch my head and be like, man, like your priorities kind of crazy.
Are there songs or projects that you have just chosen to drop on SoundCloud and not put up on the other streaming services? And how do you choose what those are, or why SoundCloud only versus putting it up everywhere?
When I first started working with my manager, we had a big disagreement at first. For the first year, I kept trying to like turn the streaming services into SoundCloud, whereas I give a song and I'd be like, hey, can we get this out in 2 weeks or something? Um, Again, this was like a new transition for me because I'm used to just saying how I feel, letting it be out and boom. So now I have like feelings that I'm thinking about for over 2 weeks and letting go in my head and applying different meanings and like imagining it to different ears. Using SoundCloud just lets me completely avoid all that. If something does go on SoundCloud and stays there and doesn't go anywhere else, it's probably something I'm a little more risky about. I know this one song I posted called so there's I'm Fine, there's Just Fine. Just Fine is a little bit different of a genre than I think like most of my fans are used to. And I feel like I've noticed like people on SoundCloud would be a lot more accepting, sorry, of like all the genres I like. SoundCloud just doesn't have the limitations of other places. I can replace the file instantly. I could change the artwork. I could send it to this person. I can post on my story and I get the digital thing and it's spinning already. So I like all that. It just helps me paint a big canvas like how I'm feeling right now.
How to use the back end of SoundCloud for organization.
Before every release, we'll usually have a cue of how we want the track listing to go. For this last project, my manager did the track listing, which came out really really well, if you ask me. Yeah, we'll basically go from there, and then we can test out like different album covers and different art just to see how it looks, and just get that playthrough. Most of the time, all my files are just bounced in folders, so if I'm gonna listen to them, they're not gonna be automatically played or anything. We'll put stuff up there just to preview how it sounds together, what it looks like as a project, and sometimes just to share ideas without having to post them otherwise or elsewhere. I love seeing like the comments play as I watch the song play and I see what everybody says, or even like the moments where I've said like something really funny, somebody will go and say it again and then it tells me as like the artist like, okay, cool, I love that line, and when I was writing it, it made me smile. I'm glad somebody else felt that. I can't see that anywhere else. I love to see that. I love to see the feedback. It's always sick, and it's also dope too. Like when you have a lot of comments, it keeps moving, so you're not even sitting there long enough to like digest it as like a YouTube comment where you read it for too long, and you're sitting there thinking like, "Damn, I really must suck." Then like, nah, like it's the next one, and the next one's usually cool and supportive. So it's like it's the healthy form of feedback. Like, yes, love it. Love the SoundCloud comments. Definitely something like I always look forward to when I post.
I know you work a lot on your own, but I think a lot of new fans came to you through your collabs with Bryson Tiller on Slum Tiller Volume 3 and on Calypso. What can you tell me about working with him and kind of what you got out of those experiences?
I haven't heard those yet.
How you maybe made something different or thought about it different because you were working as a collaboration versus just your own solo stuff.
Working with him is like a crazy thing because he believes in me so much, and he's been believing in me before I even think I was believing in myself. I feel like I deal with a lot of imposter syndrome, which is also related to the band on my IG, but it does happen in my real life too. And he's always had a vision for me before I've seen it myself. Working with him is cool. It's just like a surprise most of the time. I'm like, wow, like I didn't know you like that, or I didn't know this was that sick. I look up to him crazy, and I think when I first started my career, he was like all I listened to. Like I remember getting in a car crash listening to him before, like So yeah, that was crazy to actually get to work with one of the people who inspires you so much is sick. He just puts me in a place to
That's
be
different.
myself
That's a
and
no
really try
no.
to
If I
reach
ever
heights that I didn't think I could
have a
achieve, and
car crash with
that goes
some
through Calypso.
listening to somebody,
That
I'd
song was a
stop
lot of
listening
fun,
to
but
them.
before I'd written that song, I told myself, and one of the producers I worked with alongside on that record, and I told him I was
Never
like,
had a car
I'm gonna write the
accident with
best
Bryson
song
Tiller though.
ever, and
That's
I
just
came
him.
back in like 3 hours, and like it was done, and I think that confidence might have helped me there. But yeah, I think that's the confidence he's been trying to instill in me since I met him.
What advice would you give to
I
a
think I
newcomer
drive better with
artist who's
Bryson
just
Tiller,
like
if
getting in the
anything.
studio for the first time,
um,
or being able to collaborate with somebody that like, this is like their dream to get in the studio with so and so for the first time? Like, is there
I
anything
get it though. I
you
do.
recommend people prepare, or like a mind state or anything else that you
I've
feel
slapped with while listening
could
to
help
somebody.
somebody?
I don't even listen to them.
Yeah, I think one of my like studio rules universally is just to have fun. Once you start doing that, you're at ease. You're also enjoying the process when you're having fun. You're not thinking too much about the task at hand if there is one. Yeah, I've been in a lot of rooms and like things have gotten pretty serious at times, and I've noticed like I kind of disassociate when things get too serious because I feel like whether the need or the use is worth me putting the effort and the stress in, I just get to a point where I just kind of like what am I doing? Like I know how to do what I do. The one common factor between everything I've done and like a good song is just I've had fun with it. I love to take my time and just literally make bad things. Like sometimes I try to make a bad song and I'll make a really good song, but I'll go out of my way to make a bad one first. You know, like I lower my expectations. I just kind of let myself breathe. And yeah, you know, you let the paint just paint itself basically.
A lot of your songs are really sexy, and I found myself wondering if you're just always in a sexy mind state, or if you think about how the songs are going to be received when you're writing them. um I feel like you gravitate towards that material, and also that's like what a lot of your fans really like love. Yeah, how does that come together?
I think like again, like one of my super big inspirations too was The Weeknd, and a lot of his songs were kind of the same vibe. So there's something probably going on when I was enjoying his music. I feel like a lot of that stuff is subconscious, but at the same time,
That's
I
what I was
also
gonna get to.
know
He
that
kind of has like a
if I put
weekend
the
kind
right
of like.
words and stuff, and I can make something sound really stupid and funny, but also like freaky, I guess. But yeah, and there's like some humility in there too, because like I'm just not afraid to say things and like that stuff kind of just happens. But I do love a sexy sounding song. It hits different. It's definitely good for certain moods too, certain times. Those songs just might have been so impactful to me growing up that I might have just said, hey, you know what, like this is what I consider good music when I can feel it like through all types of ways. There's probably some like chakra stuff in there that I don't know about that I'm not consciously thinking about. Again, a lot of it is just it's just fun. It's so fun, and it's funny too because I feel like sometimes it's awkward to talk about that stuff, but like we grown at this point, so
I was just wondering about the evolution of your production style, and specifically where you're at right now, like what you're thinking about when you're actually like producing the music, mixing your vocals, etc.
so as far as like where things have gotten from before, I did dedicate a lot of time to just brushing up on stuff. I spent a lot of time on YouTube. Nick Mira, he streams a lot. He gives a lot of advice. He gives artists tips on how to beat block, inspiration block. Basically, just explains that it's just kind of a myth, and you just need to keep practicing. Basically, in 2017, and I think till the last 2 years, I was only limited by my computer. So literally, like since I got my M1 Max, like I've been able to use multiple plugins on
Yeah,
multiple
Emily.
tracks and Ableton. There's just a bunch of things I can like use now that don't overload the CPU that can give me like a world of brand new sounds. I love Travis Scott's post production and his audios. All his post stuff. His songs specifically, My Eyes, they have some crazy type of effect I can't even understand.
I was
I
saying
couldn't
I
figure
heard
it
the
out. I
Travis
was
Scott
just
in you
Googling and searching.
a
I'm like,
little
what would
bit.
you guys do to get this sound? I couldn't find it. I guess I'll drop a hint here right now too. So when it comes to mixing my vocals, something I started doing the last year, there's a plugin that they use, I guess, for like horror movies and stuff like that. So I've been incorporating that with some of my mixes now to give me like a different voice and also kind of just bring me to a new world in a way. I could get technical with like LFOs and all that stuff, but regardless, it's just like a whole manipulator. I think it's actually called manipulator, the plugin. But yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of panning. Like my vocal, I used to use a certain plugin. I used to use CLA vocals, and I used to put the stereo plugin for a widened effect. But now I'll do it my own way because there's less color on it. Yeah, I sought out to get the best microphone that I could, and I got a C100 G now. So with that, I just pan and build harmonies, and that's just been like butter, you know. So I'm trying to get to a point where I
That's
can
what's up.
still be as raw, but also come off in like a commercial sense.
How did you initially meet 30, and how has that creative relationship, working so closely with the same person, like engineering and mixing, helped your output or helped your artistry?
When I had moved to LA, I was hanging out with my homie Isaiah, and through Isaiah, I had met 30. I think I walked into a room one day, um, and I didn't know who anybody was. I was just smoking weed and had my hood on. I'm just still fresh here. It was just Isaiah and I. And yeah, I wasn't the most social dude, I guess, that day. So I just had my hoodie on. I was smoking and I was keeping to myself. But yeah, fast forward, like that's my like best friend now. We spent a lot of time together, especially in the studio. I think he mixed a couple of my records probably early on. That's how I met him. First day I actually was around him, I didn't even really know who he was, and next thing you know, like he's a part of my discography. He's on like every song. So, and I also believe in like just investing with the people that you appreciate, because there were definitely like miscommunications and different things that we struggled with first, but over the years and over just time, I was like, you know what, like I really like who he is as a person, and I'd rather go through these little things that we're hearing and just get it to the point where he understands my ear as much as I understand his, and then that's it. I'd rather just work with the same person that I value than keep jumping around and doing all that. It's going to be super inconsistent. And I've even done that. When you go to different studios, you get a different engineer. And for me, I like my lows in the right places. I like my highs very high. So that's when 30 will step in at some of the sessions and be like, yeah, I'll take care of this and get me right. But yeah, that'll mess up my creative process a lot. If my voice isn't coming in right, I can't really believe in the idea as well.
What are some genres that you haven't done yet that you want to do?
For right now, I think I'd probably just fully dive into the ones that I've already tried a little bit. So like songs like Peppermint, I'd love to have like a huge body work of that. I think there's definitely like a place and time for music like that. I'd love to do jazz, that would be sick. Uh Love to do some real dance hall, like from my roots, and then also from my other side too, like uh some zouk, because that's like from my Haitian side. And honestly, there's a lot of inspiration that goes into my music from that genre too.
Do you have a favorite way or favorite place to listen to music?
It's not my favorite, but naturally, I listen to a lot of music off my cell phone now. I don't know if it's helpful or not, because I'm basically choosing to cut out a lot of the lower frequencies, but it gives me some type of idea on what I think is important about a song. I think my most favorite way ever to listen to music is probably with just Beats headphones. Like I've had these one pair for, I think, since I moved to LA, or a couple years after, over 5 years for sure. And they're worn in so much. I produce basically everything off these, and I've recorded myself off these. I don't record without these. Those are my favorite things to use to listen to music. They sound great, but you can feel them like really, really tough. So yeah, even last week, I've been going through stuff. I've been having a crazy month. I put these on and I was listening to Rihanna and I had a good cry. I cannot lie. Very relaxed and very therapeutic.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because you said before that the new project was kind of designed for drives, and then I was listening to some of your other tracks and I thought I would listen to this on headphones.
I had a moment where I was kind of paranoid of like low frequencies, especially just kicks. I was living in apartments for a long time, and just really was trying to stray from noise complaints. I really, once you get a knock at your door, it's like, hey, we see you. We're gonna expect more noise from you. So at that point, I basically am getting like my whole rent is kind of just on the fritz now, because it's like I know why I'm here, they know why I'm here, and now I'm like being watched. So I never actually got a noise complaint for a
Yeah.
long time, and I switched to speakers that have paper cones rather than like Kevlar or whatever, so they don't vibrate as much. But yeah, I basically thought about it, but I wouldn't do a whole album like that. There's just a few songs I feel like that are very soft and you can be played multiple times that just don't have any of that, so you can just enjoy it in like those settings where you need to be kind of quiet. So sometimes just quiet music.
So now that
Sometimes,
you've released On
sometimes I
My
feel it.
Way, what have you got coming up next? What's your general mind state right now that On My
We
Way
have
is released?
differences there, but
I've been
I
trying to
feel
work
it.
on the next
The
thing a
living
lot. I think
situation for sure.
I'm probably still in that period of like listening and enjoying it though. I've been trying to just live life a little more and just rack up some real experiences. No, I'm definitely in a weird place because like the reception of this album has been really well, and like for this year, I'm basically treating music like the gym. If I'm not shooting and I'm not dropping, I'm just gonna lose the muscle. And I've been losing muscle since quarantine, I feel like, because that's when I was on my hot streak of dropping like 3 of them. I'm in a place right now where I'm blessed enough to wake up and have the opportunity to make music. So there's no labels telling me I can't do it. There's no distributor telling me I can't do it. I don't have people in my life telling me I can't do it. I'm not telling myself I can't do it. So literally, I think as much as possible this year, I should be just letting these ideas fly out.
That's so dope. Well, it's been a blessing to talk to you, and thank you so much for joining us here on Sound Advice.
Thank you
That's
for having
dope.
me.
That's dope. Okay, you guys, cool. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah, I just got done with a little listening party type thing. Did a reaction. Might chop it up, put it on YouTube so I don't get copyrighted. Um, Otherwise, cool. I was just trying to do something a little different. Try listen to some music this Sunday. Yeah, that's been the vibe. If you just come in, you could check it out in the past vibe. It'll be up on Twitch for like a week, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube too, on the precursor too, and it'll be up there forever. So, otherwise, you can go check out Ecru. He just dropped some new music. I'm a little late getting to it. This says a month ago. I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, I was looking for some Bryson Tiller. I didn't hear any Bryson Tiller on that one. Some of his other stuff I haven't listened to yet, but yeah, no, I saw it dope. Okay, I'm gonna close this up and I'm gonna refresh everything, and then I'm gonna hop on some uh the first Berserker design, and I'm gonna finish that up. But just vibing, chilling out. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. I got a little bit of work done. I'm over here processing some things and coming up with some plans for tomorrow. So it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Anyway, stay right, stay bright, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna check out that first Berserker because I'm through. Stick around. Stick around. Oh, not that one. Do I have art for it? Yeah, I do. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna check this out in a little bit. Yeah, just give me a minute and we'll get to it. See you in about 10 minutes.